I'm going to try to keep these stories about my life in chronological order. This next one happened around the same time as the Maury deal, so I was a little kid when this happened. Nothing unusual happened, but the memory of it has been with me my entire life, and I don't have answers, so I still think about it. The setting is Vanderbilt University in the mid to late 1970s. Ironically, it is Vanderbilt where I actually got my start in life, so to speak, but that's a different story for a different day. So my mom is carrying me down this long corridor. This hallway is like a tube. At the end of it, there is a door. You enter what looks like a waiting room for a doctor's office, and in there are a bunch of kids playing with toys. We are quickly ushered into another room, and I'm left there completely alone. There is a toy in the room. It's a puzzle. On the wall to my right, there is a long mirror. I solved the puzzle. It's too easy. That's all I remember, pretty much. In 2019, I found out that my mom recalls taking me there. She told me that the mirror was a two-way mirror and that she was able to watch me work the puzzle from there. Get this, she even has a picture of us at this facility. I saw it for the first time in 2019. It's a black and white photograph. What really strikes me about that picture, it was really strange to me. In it, it appeared that she was trying to comfort me, but she was never the comforting type, to my knowledge. Makes me wonder whether she was acting that way because she knew people were watching or what the deal was. I don't remember having my picture taken there. I have no idea who took the picture or why they gave it to my mom. In the picture, I'm a toddler. My mom is kneeling on the floor and I'm hugging her, crying hysterically. But I don't recall ever feeling upset during that trip. I suppose it's possible that the photograph was taken from behind the two-way mirror. I mean, that could make sense. Maybe that's why I never saw anyone trying to take my picture with my mom. Anyway, moving on. Why am I making this video? Well, I want to know what I was doing there in the first place. Unfortunately, my mom cannot recall many of the details, or so she tells me. Spoiler alert, my mom is not an open and honest person at all. Something to keep in mind for later. What she did tell me is that Vanderbilt was testing children for intelligence and that the purpose of her taking me there was to get tested for intelligence. So the story goes, there was another mom in the neighborhood who had a son about my age. She got her son tested at Vanderbilt in this program or whatever they were doing and found out he was smart. That encouraged my mom to do the same with me. She expected me to be smart too, I guess. So what were the results? According to my mom, Vanderbilt said I was a little smarter than average. I don't know what that means. An IQ of 101? That's not smart, by the way, because average IQ is 100, just if you didn't know. It is my opinion that, puzzle notwithstanding, Vanderbilt was not testing IQs. I've actually had the Wechsler intelligence test before, and that is like the gold standard of IQ testing. And what I can tell you is that it takes a long time and has to be administered by another person who is in the same room with you. Whatever happened at Vandy did not take a long time, and I was alone. I suspect they were not measuring intelligence. So that probably wasn't the point of the study. I think the puzzle was a distraction. I think that because toddlers are supposed to cry when they are separated from their parents. They separated me from my mom, and the puzzle was so easy. I mean, it was too easy to be an intelligence test, and I was only presented with one that I recollect. To be fair, I don't recall everything that happened there because, like I said, there's a picture of me crying and being comforted by my mom, and I have no memory of that. Based on the facts and information I have, you know what I think? I think the puzzle was a distraction because toddlers are supposed to cry when they are separated from their parents. They separated me from my mom, and the puzzle was really easy, at least the one I recall. For all I know, this was just a focus group where they were testing out new products to see if they would resonate with kids. But the fact of the matter is that I just don't know. And I have been wondering about this study, or whatever it was, for over 45 years. I have questions. So what data was generated from this study? Were any articles written? Who were the authors? What were they studying? Who funded the research? Was I in the control group? Was there a control group? Was I in the experimental group? Like, I want to know, like, I want full disclosure on this. Can I get a copy of my raw data, or do I need to compel it somehow? Because I was a toddler at the time, I was unable to give informed consent to participate in whatever they were doing. And I'd like to point that out. But I still remember, and I would like to know more. So like I said before, I've thought about this mystery every day for at least 45 years, and I just want answers. I'm not trying to suggest here that anything untoward happened at Vanderbilt in connection with the research they were doing. I just want full disclosure. If this sounds familiar to anyone, please let me know what you know. I would love to hear from you. If you know anything, or you don't know if you know anything, just drop me a comment. In conclusion, I'd just like to say that my reach on here might be really tiny, but I'm confident that this video and what I have to say will go and get itself to the right people. So what can I say? Thank you for listening. Also, that's the end of the Vanderbilt story. That's all I know about it. That's all I can tell you. But I have a lot of other stories. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of old, and a lot of stuff has happened over my life. And my point here is to just tell everything about my life. Okay, bye.